this very random video I decided to make at the last minute. There's a few things I want to talk to you about. And the first one is this, I think, very cool little Blu-ray pickup. I've already recorded like the first half of this video, and I went into stupid detail about you know, how I had the money for it, and then, you know, trying to pick out a Blu-ray I wanted to get from this shop, and then not getting there, and then realizing that I wanted to get it, and then Connie went and got it for me afterwards a few days later, blah blah blah. You don't need to know all that bullshit backstory. So the reason I wanted to get this film, and I haven't seen it before, is a classic, and it is a film that is one of my dad's favorites. And when I was home in October, I decided to start this project that I had in mind. Literally came to me in a dream, where I was going to interview my family on camera, and it's not for YouTube, not for anything else, but it's just mainly for me. Well, yeah, it's totally for me, but also I guess for future generations. I mean, I'm thinking that far ahead. You know, when my nan, for instance, is no longer with us, so I can look back on the 2-hour conversation we had about her life, and that's going to be just unbelievably invaluable. I mean, I traded all my Blu-rays and all my material stuff to have those kind of things, you know. So I did it with my dad. Very hard to pin him down to actually do it, but when we did do it, it was typically with my dad at the last minute, just as he was picking me up to take me to the bus stop to leave when I was coming back here after Christmas. And so he turned up a couple of hours before I had to leave in the morning, and we did the interview at my mum's place. And my mum and dad had been separated ever since I can remember, so it was probably the longest I've ever spent with my mum and my dad, the three of us alone, with me being cognizant of what's going on around me ever. And you know, we sat down, and it was great. It was awesome, really, really cool. And I thought I'd take the opportunity to ask them both while they were there, you know, why did you name me Luke? Never really thought about it before. And my dad's like, you didn't know? I was like, no. And he's like, well, it was. And my mum went, oh, I know what you think it is, you know, to my dad. And then she explained the real kind of story about, you know, why they named me Luke. My dad was like, oh yeah, that's right. My mum said, you thought it was because of that film Cool Hand Luke, weren't you? And he was like, yeah. So here it is, Cool Hand Luke. This film, I've grown up listening to my dad quote this film, I can eat 50 eggs and all that stuff. What we have here is a failure to communicate. Blah blah blah. I know the quotes, but I don't know the film, you know. And so it's definitely one I want to check out. And yeah, this Blu-ray, as far as I can see, is as good as it gets for this film. So you know, so far anyway. So, because I was looking at other films that they had in the shop. It's kind of a music shop. They have music and games, DVDs, Blu-rays. But I was looking at like these Charlie Chaplin films, but I realised the UK editions were better, the Criterions were better. So I really had to gauge it, but this is one that kind of is universal. It's a Warner Brothers release, and everywhere has the same kind of features and that kind of thing. I think the cover is the same everywhere as well. So we got a new digital transfer from restored picture and audio elements. I've heard this isn't the greatest Blu-ray, but it's not terrible. Commentary by historian / Newman biographer Eric Lax, theatrical trailer, and a new documentary, A Natural Born World Shaker Making Cool Hand Luke. So there we go, the very cheap price of 49 krona, which is roughly around £5, give or take. So yeah, really happy to get this, and can't wait to check it out and let my dad know what I think of it. So there we go. The second thing I want to talk to you about very quickly, hopefully, I always say very quickly and never ends up being very quickly, but Blu-ray review. I've reviewed Blu-rays on and off on this channel, whether it's been a dedicated Blu-ray review like the Samurai Trilogy review I did, which has gotten a lot of views over the years, or whether it's me doing a Blu-ray review within another series like the RazorwireReviews Batathon. I reviewed a lot of the Batman Blu-rays and all the special features and stuff like that. Or the Harry Potter Odyssey, which is in of itself a huge review of the Wizards Collection box set, which has been going on for years now. And anyone who's watching, the last 2 parts are coming very soon. But I also tried to kind of reboot the Blu-ray review idea. I tried to start it with Donnie Brasco. I did a video with like a skit and like loads of like editing and stuff, and just never really picked up. And then last year I did some reviews for companies. I did a couple for Warner Brothers, a couple of their Blu-ray titles. I did a couple of reviews for Arrow Video, and we all know what happened with Arrow Video, and so I don't review for those companies anymore. But I do have plenty of Blu-rays that I would love to talk about. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of retcon my own videos. I'm going to go back and to the Samurai Trilogy review, to the Total Recall Steelbook review, and I'm going to label them Blu-ray Review 1, 2, 3, etc. And this is totally a kind of a theft of Darren Locke's prog review for me, because he does prog review, he reviews prog music and whether it's a CD or a box set or a Blu-ray or a book, whatever. And it's been going up for over 300 episodes now. I just like the idea of having it all contained within one banner kind of thing, and calling it just Blu-ray review number 1, Blu-ray review number 26, whatever. And it'll probably get me more into doing more of them, which I love reviewing Blu-ray, so I'm definitely going to do that. There's also a few videos from the Blu-ray Brothers channel from last year, which is now a defunct channel. It didn't really last that long, but it was cool while it lasted, and I did a few Blu-ray reviews there with a couple of skits, like the General. I did kind of a skit for that, and I did also did a skit for the Thor Blu-ray review. So there's a lot of things I'm going to repost on this channel, but mainly it'll be all new stuff, and I got a lot of Blu-rays to talk about. I mean, there's tons of massive cinema titles. I was thinking of doing a massive cinema Blu-ray review series, but then I thought, no, just forget that. Let's not try and do too much at once, which I'm already doing. So I'm just going to, you know, include a lot of those in the Blu-ray review series. I got the Alfred Hitchcock collection. I don't know how I do that though, because I wouldn't review all of them at once. Maybe just one at a time, I guess. Maybe do like a series on the Hitchcock set or something like that. Plenty of steelbooks I haven't talked about and things like that. And well, there we go. Cool hand Luke. So definitely I want to kind of, you know, I'm proud of some of those Blu-ray review videos I did, like the Koyaanisqatsi review, or you know, things like that, where I put a lot of effort into the presentation of it, I guess. So I'm going to do that with with Blu-ray reviews moving forward. I'm getting tongue twisted by saying Blu-ray too often, but there you go. Oh, hey, under 7 minutes. That's not too fucking bad for me, I gotta say. I usually waffle on for far too long, and I'm at danger of doing that right now. So let's not celebrate too much. Thank you for watching. If you're a fan of Studio Ghibli, definitely check out Thomas Pollock's channel over at Thomas Pollock on YouTube. He's doing a Studio Ghibli week next week from Monday. He'll be doing reviews, and there's a couple of collaborations going on. I will probably be involved in it myself as well in some capacity. I'm not sure how yet, because I'm also doing a very special, for me, Hayao Miyazaki in review series, which will be reviews of his films with film clips, and it's going to be, you know, I'm going to really take my time with it and put a lot of effort into that. So I'm not going to give away too much with my involvement in his Studio Ghibli week, but I will be doing something. And if you haven't checked him out, you know, in general, go check out Thomas Pollock. Great YouTuber, always puts a lot of effort and attention to detail in a lot of his videos, and he's always got good stuff planned. Trust me. So you definitely want to check him out if you're a fan of movie YouTubers. He's an essential subscribe, in my opinion. So there you go. Blu-ray reviews coming soon. Not sure when, you know, but lots of stuff coming soon. The end of the Hyper Odyssey is coming soon. The Back to the Future audio commentary is coming soon. I have all these things to do. I just need to actually settle down and focus on one of them and do them, and then get them out. And yeah, so thank you for watching. See you next time. And leave me a comment. Yeah, there's not enough comments, I don't think. So yeah, leave me a couple of those much needed comments, and don't worry about the like. Just forget about that. It's fine. Yeah, either way is good. But comments is what I want. So thank you for watching. See you next time. And again, I'm waffling on. I'm taking it far too. Oh, what am I like? What am I like? I'm just going to turn the camera off right now.
Really nice guy, he looks after his friends, he only chucks them about the place a couple of times on the weekend. Yeah, he's alright by me, apart from the fact he throws cans of Carlin into a tree. Yeah, he's really cool.